Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. I wanted to give you guys another antidepressant update because I actually stopped taking antidepressants again about 10 days ago. And if you've been following me or watching my channel, you'll know that I've had a bit of a journey with antidepressants, just going on and off of them over and over again. And the more I've realized throughout the years of having depression, I feel like this is just kind of how it goes when you have depression or just any mental health issues, is that you're kind of, or just even existing in the world today, like with how hard it is to, like with the economy or just surviving in the world today. Like I feel like a lot of people are struggling and we're just searching for different ways of feeling better. Like even if you don't have depression, I know a lot of people turn to like alcohol or whatever your thing is to cope with the world. So I stopped taking antidepressants 10 days ago, and I just wanted to share my experience with you guys because I know some of you are interested if you're going through the same exact thing. So when I stopped taking antidepressants, I weaned off of them over the course of a few months. So it was a very long process. I went from 7.5 milligrams to 5 milligrams to 2.5 milligrams to taking 2.5 milligrams every other day to really get my body used to weaning off of the lexapro that I was taking. And I would say and I've researched this too, those initial weaning downs, like from 7.5 to 5 milligrams, are actually not that hard. But when you go from the 5 to the 2.5, it's probably the hardest. And then of course, when you officially stop taking it completely, it's really, really tough on your body because it's very similar to the same addiction to caffeine, where it's more just your body that really relies on it. It's just used to getting those drugs every single day. Like the withdrawal process really messes with your mind a lot because your body is just experiencing, your chemical makeup in your body is just really experiencing that withdrawal really heavily. So it affects you mentally a lot. So if you've never withdrawn off antidepressants, I guess this is just a little bit of what it's like. And like I said, I'm 10 days in, but I've gone through this before several times, so I kind of know how it goes. But the first few days of coming off of the antidepressants are pretty bad. I feel like the antidepressants numb you a lot, and they numb any negative thoughts that you have. Well, not all the negative thoughts, but they numb a lot of them. And so I feel like all of my thoughts around myself and my life and just self-limiting beliefs were just all coming up to the forefront in my mind. And I know that you're able to control your thoughts, but it's just it felt like a lot of them were coming back and it felt like I couldn't stop them. And it just was making me feel really depressed. And I also felt super low motivation, and I still kind of feel that way, not a lot of motivation to do things like go to the gym or do the things that feel good to you. And it can make you think oh, I need to be on antidepressants because now that I'm off of them, I can't do these things and I have these thoughts and I don't feel motivated. But that's really part of the withdrawal process. And a lot of people end up going back on antidepressants because of that withdrawal. But really you just need to stick through it because it takes around 2 to 4 weeks for your body to fully get used to being off of them. And then you can see how you feel from there. But for me, I was feeling really bad that first week, and I ended up microdosing a little bit, and that actually helped a lot for me. I've made other videos on that on my channel. I think they're still public, but yeah, I feel like that helped me a lot because it helped me kind of reframe those negative thoughts that I was thinking, because a lot of them were just me thinking I'm worthless or behind in life. Because if you're single and you're in your late 20s, I feel like you know what I'm going through right now, because it's just a really weird feeling when everyone around you is getting families, getting married. I feel like that's the largest things that people go through in their late 20s, and when you're still single, you can feel really behind, and a lot of those negative thoughts come up. And I might make a separate video on that because that's just been a huge thing for me lately, because everything else in my life I feel like is objectively good, and that's why I felt like I could get off of the antidepressants. Because when I originally got on them, I was just going through a lot of like work stress and just stress in general, and having a lot of those negative thoughts and feeling super lonely because of like the being single thing. But I don't really feel like the antidepressants helped that much. I mean, I feel like they helped me in my job just to like, I guess, I don't know. I honestly don't even know if they helped that much. I feel like they really just numbed everything that I was feeling, and it was me that put in the work to make things better for myself. And I just feel like my situations obviously changed in time. And I think a lot of those like depressive spells and stuff, sometimes time really is what can heal them. But obviously, whatever works best for you is what's best for you. But anyway, that was a tangent. But yeah, so I did the microdose, and I feel like that really helped me reframe a lot of those negative thoughts and just realize that I can just focus on my own life right now and stop comparing it so much to others, and just growing my hobbies and my interests in my life and just focusing all my attention on that. And I feel like that's really helped a lot. But I will say I just feel so like sensitive and raw and like emotional, like very vulnerable to anything. I feel like things that wouldn't normally affect me are definitely affecting me a lot harder. Like for instance, I went to this speed dating event with some friends last week, and I just feel like any rejection that I got or like felt from the event just like felt 10 times worse than it normally would have. Because I feel like normally I'm able to brush things off a lot more, but things, yeah, just I guess keep that in mind if you are going off antidepressants, to maybe not do things that could like easily trigger you, because you're just very sensitive in that first couple weeks going off of antidepressants. And like I said, it's only been 10 days, so just like I'm trying to have a lot of grace with myself and realize that it's just my body and my chemical balance in my body that's experiencing these things, and trying not to attach so much to the thoughts that I'm thinking, and really just focus on myself rather than comparing myself to others. And I don't know, like I said, I feel like the hardest part of this is just not having that motivation to do the things that help me. Like I feel like I've been getting outside a lot and like trying to go to the gym when I can, and I'm sure I'll end up being more consistent in those things as time goes on. I'm just really curious to see, I guess, like how I feel in like 2 to 4 more weeks, and I can make another video in about a month or so just to give you guys a final update. But yeah, I just feel like it really depends on what stage you're at in your life on whether you need to be on antidepressants for a little bit, because I feel like they can help for like a few months. I just don't know if I feel like they're like a super long-term solution for me, because I don't feel like they fix the problem. Like I think the overarching problem with me and my depression is just like overthinking, like negative thought patterns. Like I just feel like I need to heal those things rather than suppressing them or numbing them. So yeah, I'm just gonna continue trying to see what type of natural methods I can do. And I'm also getting my blood tested next week, because I feel like I definitely might have some type of deficiencies as well, and I know that can cause depression. And I'm also taking saffron supplements, which they say helps with like mental health and feeling more positive. And I don't know if I've noticed any changes with that yet, but I'll keep you guys posted if I do. But yeah, I just want to try some more natural methods to heal my depression. I think the antidepressants serve their purpose these past few months, and I took them from, it was like October 2024 till May 2025. So sometimes I feel like they can just help if you're going through a rough period. Just take them for a few months and see how you feel afterwards. And I also feel like a lot of my depression is very seasonally based. And now that it's starting to get warmer out and feel nicer out, I feel like that helps me a lot too, just to feel regulated and feel more like myself. And another thing I wanted to say is I just feel, besides like the sensitivity emotionally, I also just feel a little like cloudy and like spacey mentally. But from what I've researched, like that's pretty normal too, but that's just something else to consider. Just that kind of like spaced out feeling a little bit as well. But overall, I'm just grateful to not feel, I guess, as numb as I was feeling on the antidepressants, because I don't really feel like they helped me as much this time as they have in the past. But yeah, just the numbness I was feeling on them, I really did not like that at all. And that's why I wanted to get off of them. And also, I don't know if I mentioned that I had weight gain on them as well this past time, and I think that is pretty common with lexapro, and so that just like contributed to my depression even more. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now and what I've been experiencing with coming off of antidepressants. I'm completely off of them now, and I'm gonna just see, I guess, how these next few weeks go, see like if the cloudiness clears up or the emotional sensitivity. I've just been trying to give myself a lot of grace, like I said, and just spending quality time with myself and doing what I can when I do feel motivated, and knowing that this will hopefully pass. But I'll keep you guys posted for sure, and I'm super curious to hear your guys' journeys and experiences. I know some of you have told me a little bit about your experience with antidepressants, and I'm always super curious, and just hope that we can figure out some different solutions for mental health, or just find what works best for each person. And I'm still trying to see what works best for me, but we'll see how this goes being off antidepressants. And I really appreciate you guys being here and watching this video, and I'll definitely keep you guys posted as things progress, and appreciate you guys always. Thanks for watching. Bye.